Being involved in the chapel community has opened my eyes to an important but forgetful part of my faith that I want to share with you all today. Lent can be a unique time for spiritual grounding if we allow ourselves to see the glory of God. One way to grow closer to the Lord is through acknowledging Him in your daily life. It can be the little things, like taking time to acknowledge Him through school, work, or even small moments during the day when you recognize and seek out His presence in your life. We can look to Jesus for the same mindfulness. One story of Jesus comes to mind when He was towards the end of His ministry, and at that point, He was very well known through the region. In Luke chapter 19, Jesus sends out a few disciples to retrieve a specific donkey from a village at the Mount of Olives. He gives them clear instructions of what to say in the event that someone from the village questions them. What's most unique about this passage is how the disciples' obedience allows them to see the glory of God. They respond with shouting and praising, but when the Pharisees confront Jesus for how His disciples praise God, Jesus responds with, "I tell you, if these were silent, the stones would shout out." This passage shows that the glory of God and the very presence of the Lord demands acknowledgement, so much so that the rocks will cry out if His disciples are to keep silent. One of the largest steps I've taken in my walk with the Lord is acknowledging Him through everything, whether it's something as simple as finishing schoolwork or applying to jobs, navigating my own personal relationships, or even thinking about my own goals and dreams. I take time to ask the Lord what He actually thinks about my life. Are these things helping or hurting my relationship with God? Are people able to experience God through me? And if not, what needs to be different? Or, let's say I applied and got a job I really wanted, but my reason for wanting the job might have been skewed or selfish. Being in a relationship with the Lord is composed of constant acknowledgement and reevaluation of my own motives for the things I do on a daily basis. Considering the instruction of the Lord and how He wants to use me requires me to often get out of my own way and let God be God. In the same way the disciples listened to Jesus' instruction and acknowledged and praised Him through a task as simple as bringing Him a donkey, that obedience can only result in outwardly praise. I encourage you to think of ways you can acknowledge the Lord in your life currently. I hope you all found this encouraging.